Good morning, students. This question has been asked in the examination. Just read the question statement. A three-phase synchronous motor connected to AC mains is running at full load and unity power factor. Right? A three-phase synchronous motor connected to AC mains is running at full load and unity power factor if its shaft load, that means mechanical load, is reduced by half with its field excitation held constant, then what will be the new operating power factor? That you have to find it out, right? And corresponding option among ABCD you have to choose that which option is correct. So see here, this is a circuit diagram of synchronous motor, right? Vt is equal to, this Vt is the terminal voltage, right? Supply has been given to the motor, it is AC supply, right? Xs is the synchronous reactance, EF is the excitation EMF, right? Now Vt is equal to, circuit equation will be, apply KVL, circuit equation will be Vt is equal to EF, excitation EMF, EF plus JIA Xs, right? Xs is the synchronous reactance of the winding. Armature resistance RA is very small in comparison to the winding inductance, that's why you can ignore this. So we have ignored armature resistance RA here. Now initially motor was operating at, see, unity power factor, that means cos phi is equal to 1, that means angle, power factor angle phi is equal to 0. So this phi is the angle between terminal voltage and the initial armature current IA1, right? So that means both will be in same phase, Vt and IA1. Initially both will be in same phase because power factor is unity, 0 angle. So first of all, draw terminal voltage Vt horizontally, right? This phasor, right? And with 0 angle, horizontal, right? And in the same phase of terminal voltage phasor, you have to draw armature current IA1, right? Because both are in same phase, 0 angle. Power factor angle is 0 initially. Now J times of IAXS, if I add this phasor in this excitation EMF phasor, what will I get? I will get terminal voltage phasor, right? I will get this, is it not? Right? So the same I am going to do here. Now see what is the meaning of J times of IA? See, J times of IA, when J is attached with any phasor, it rotates that phasor by plus 90 degree anti-clockwise direction, right? So that means I am going to do this. So in excitation EMF you have to add this. In the excitation EMF phasor you have to add this. You know excitation EMF, in case of synchronous motor it lags the terminal voltage phasor, right? In case of synchronous motor. So here you can draw excitation EMF phasor which is lagging with this terminal voltage, right? Like this you can draw. Suppose it is operating at load angle delta 1, initial load angle delta 1. So this is my excitation EMF phasor, right? Initially, okay. So this excitation EMF phasor, when you add this J times of IAXS at 90 degree, you will get what you should get. You will get the terminal voltage Vt in case of motor, like this. So this is the phasor diagram of synchronous motor at unity power factor, right? Now he is saying that shaft load, mechanical load is reduced to half, right? So suppose initially the mechanical load it was PM1. So this line that I am going to draw here, this is, suppose it is mechanical load PM1, right? Initially mechanical load was PM1, suppose, right? Now he is saying that keeping field excitation fixed, reduce the shaft load, reduce the mechanical load by half, right? So field excitation fixed means, you know that field excitation fixed means it will be a locus of constant excitation. That dotted which you are seeing here, this is the locus of constant excitation, right? This is the locus of constant excitation EMF EF, right? What is the meaning? The meaning is that you choose any point on this local. You choose this point, or you choose this point, or you choose this point. The excitation EMF would remain fixed on this locus, right? So that is a locus of constant excitation. That's the meaning, right? Now I'm going to reduce the mechanical load by half as per the demand of the question. I'm going to reduce the mechanical load on the motor. So reduce by half means your mechanical load, suppose this is the new mechanical load which has been reduced by half. Okay, this is a, you see this line is straight line. Okay, so PM2 is basically PM1 by 2, right? This is a new mechanical load which has been reduced by half. In this case you have to find out what should be the new operating power factor of the motor. So just have a look at it. Now you join this point and this point, right? So excitation EMF would remain same in this case also. So join this point and this point. So this is the new excitation EMF, right? And this is J times of IA2XS, this one. This is J times of IA2 into XS. IA2 is the armature current, okay, for the new mechanical load PM2. So now as you are watching here, your IA to J times of IA2 XS phasor, it is coming like this, right? So when you extend this phasor, you can extend this phasor in order to determine the operating power factor, right? This one, right? So 90-degree angle, it would come somewhere around here. See this, see the way how I am going to draw this, right? Like this, okay? So this angle is 90-degree. So at 90-degree angle, basically you are adding this J times of IA2XS, right? That is the meaning. So here, you know, this armature current for the new mechanical load would come somewhere here, isn't it? This is, let me call this IA2, new armature current for the new mechanical load PM2, right? So as you are observing here, just analyze this. IA2 is now in this new case is leading this terminal voltage VT, isn't it? This is leading the IA2 is leading the terminal voltage phasor, right? So now the new power factor angle phi 2 will be this much, right? This is the new power factor angle which is basically leading with respect to terminal voltage phasor. You know, terminal voltage is always taken as a reference, right? You should take terminal voltage as a reference while making the phasor. The same we have done here. So IA2, that is a new armature current, is now leading this terminal voltage VT. So that means new operating power factor will be, it would definitely be leading new power factor cos phi 2. It would be leading because IA2 is leading with respect to terminal voltage VT, right? So your answer is option B. B is the right option. Okay, it would be leading, right? Suppose now if he is asking about the load angle, so you can also tell what about the load angle. New load angle will be this much, right? Excitation EMF would remain fixed still, right? Because you have kept the excitation EMF fixed for the new case, right, as per the demand of the question. So this is excitation EMF for the new case, right, which is again same, right, because excitation EMF is fixed. So this is the new power factor angle phi 2 which is leading, right? Load angle, now tell me, new load angle will be more than delta 1 or less than delta 1? As you are watching here, this is definitely less than. So delta 2, as you are seeing here, this is delta 2, this is 2, delta 2, right? Delta 2 is definitely is less than delta 1. Delta 2 is less than delta 1 because the load has been reduced now. So load angle will also be reduced, right? So delta 2 is less than delta 1. What would be the new armature current? Just analyze. The length of this phasor is nothing but the representative of armature current only. Xs is the winding parameter. Anyway, it is fixed, right? We are not going to change it. This is fixed. X is a synchronous reactance winding parameter. It is fixed in both the cases, right? So this Xs is fixed, right? So when JIA1 Xs was there, this phasor, this black one, this vertical one, this was JIA1 into Xs, right? So Xs was same here also in the previous case, and for the new case, this red one, Xs is again same, right? X is a winding parameter, synchronous reactance. So this length of this phasor, it represents the armature, basically it represents the armature current only. So previously armature current was this much, but now when the mechanical load has been reduced to half, then the armature current would be this much only. Definitely it would be reduced. It would be shown by the length of this new phasor, right? Isn't it? So this would be the new phasor, new armature current. So definitely it would be less. IA2 is less than IA1, right? So all these kind of conclusion you can find it out, right? We can do some more discussion on it, but I think this much would be sufficient. So your answer would be B, leading. For the new mechanical load which is reduced to half, your operating power factor would definitely be the leading, right? Thank you very much. Option B is correct. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.